it going, everybody? This is Bulldog here, bringing you an exciting look at what's coming up next in the NFT gaming industry. Most of you know me from Splinterlands, my absolute favorite game right now that has made me a bunch of money, but there's also so much more that's going on in the blockchain gaming. I've done a ton of research on the subject, and these are the 9 games that I am most excited about that have yet to hit the market. Some of them are actually already in alpha or beta testing, and I'm actually going to get the chance to stream a few of them here in the coming weeks, here in the coming months, right here on YouTube as well as over on Twitch. So definitely be sure to follow the channel and check out my Twitch link down below where you can find me over there. But before we get into this list, I've got to give a shout out to my sponsor, Zen Sports. Zen Sports is doing some amazing things in the esports industry and is really helping to turn some of these blockchain games into competitive esports with some huge tournament prize pools. They've got a $25,000 Splinterlands tournament coming up on October 16th, and I know that they're already talking with some of these games on this list, and we'll be hosting some major competitions from them as well. I've seen them running some giveaways for some of these games. They've run giveaways frequently on their Discord, so definitely be sure to go join that on the link below and stay up to date on all these cool things that they are doing. They stream events on places such as Twitch and Theta TV, so definitely go give them a follow there as well. Those links are all below in the description. We know that this is just the beginning of the NFT gaming sector, and Zen Sports is going to be here to help it grow and be a part of it. I can't wait to see the type of events that they come up with as NFT gaming kind of goes mainstream. Now, let's get on with the list and take a look at the 9 upcoming NFT games that I am most excited about. Up first on our list is Big Time, a co-op action RPG that takes you on a history-spanning adventure across the vast reaches of time and space. Along the way, you'll encounter some of history's most famous figures, but they might not be quite the same as you remember them. Your mission is to uncover a mysterious threat that's tearing down the very walls of time itself. You can play as 4 unique classes, utilizing 6 different weapons, and the progression system allows you to level up the same character in multiple classes and change your style on the fly. Big Time has a big-time budget and has brought in industry veterans who have worked on some of the biggest projects in gaming. They promise unlimited adventure and some of the craziest mashups you've ever seen. The first card game on this list is Doctor Who Worlds Apart. This is a groundbreaking game as it's the first major licensed NFT game to enter the market. The name recognition is sure to bring in plenty of players all by itself, and it appears to be backed by some fun gameplay and a solid economic system. It's designed to feature extremely rare collectibles, but they are mostly of the cosmetic variety, meaning you won't have to drop thousands of dollars on this game to stay competitive. This should make it very appealing to players on any budget, and maybe a great way to introduce fans of the franchise to the NFT world. At number 7 on the list is Gold Fever, a free-to-play action survival game that pits 2 opposing factions against each other in a quest to mine for gold. Not only do you have to fend off the opposing faction, but you must also battle the natural elements, everything from wildlife to diseases, to keep you and your team alive. In order to survive, players will need supplies such as food, shelter, and medicine, which opens up an entire economy built on the blockchain. Players can learn different professions in the game and become business owners in addition to venturing out into the wilderness. High-level investors can even become area governors within the game. Gold Fever runs on the Unreal Engine, so it looks absolutely gorgeous, and gives an expected release date of later this year. Embersword is another MMO RPG that will be hitting the blockchain early next year. It is setting itself apart from other similar style games by completely avoiding all play-to-win mechanics. There will be opportunities to purchase items in the game, and plenty of chances for players to turn a profit, but it will all come from the sale of cosmetic and convenience items. Each cosmetic NFT in Embersword will have a unique history to it that could potentially make it very valuable. For example, if a sword is the first item to slay a new boss, that will be recorded on that item for everybody to see. The game is currently preparing for its highly anticipated community land sale, which will allow players to profit on transactions that take place on the plots they own. While there will certainly be tons of valuable NFTs, the developers have promised that players who choose not to spend money will never be at a disadvantage when it comes to battling or progressing their character. This is a game that is designed to be all about skill and gameplay first, and profit second. Sliding in at number 5 is Thetan Arena, a multiplayer online battle arena and battle royale game developed by Wolfen Games and modeled after one of their previous games, Hero Strike, that has over 10 million downloads. Thetan Arena is intriguing to me because it's heavily focused on entering the esports and social gaming environments. One of their listed mission statements is to connect crypto investors with gamers and streamers, and they even have built-in incentives for players to stream their match and connect with an audience. It's a free-to-play game that requires no investment to start, but players can get earlier access to premium characters through in-game purchases. The game has already started alpha testing, and it looks extremely polished and appears to function better than any other alpha version of a game I've seen. Its full official launch appears to be just around the corner. Guild of Guardians is one of the most highly anticipated mobile play-to-earn games out there. There are around 150,000 players on the waiting list, and it raised almost $3 million on the first day of its initial NFT sale. Guild of Guardians is an action RPG that focuses on forming up with team members in classic fantasy roles to clear dungeons and take down bosses. It's heavily focused on PvE content, so it can be enjoyed by free-to-play players who won't have their experience ruined by players who spend more money. Players can start with common characters that are not tradable and eventually merge them into rarer characters that become NFTs and are tradable on the blockchain. Even free-to-play players can work their way up to owning legendary characters. Even with legendary characters though, you'd better not enter the toughest dungeons alone. Playing as part of a guild is an essential part of progressing your character and earning in the game. Guild of Guardians is projected to be out in early 2022. Coming in all the way up at number 3 is Synergy of Serra, the second card game to make this list. Synergy of Serra is a deck building game inspired by the likes of Dominion, one of my favorite card games. It boasts a unique skill to win style that allows even free-to-play players to compete at the highest level of the game. This is accomplished because in every match, both players have access to the exact same cards. Both players' cards are pooled into the middle at the start of every game, and both players can build decks from any card in the pool. This means that players who have purchased premium cards will benefit from the experience gained from always having access to those cards, but they can't simply overpower their opponent just because they have better cards. This means the leaderboards will be populated with the most skilled players and not the players with the deepest wallets. The first sets have already sold out unfortunately, but you can gain access to the alpha version of the game when it's released by signing up on their website. All the way up at number 2 is Star Atlas, the most ambitious NFT gaming project to date. This is a space exploration game set 600 years into the future. Players pilot ships to explore new planets, engage in trade, and battle with other players over scarce resources. This may sound simple enough, but it's anything but. Star Atlas aims to create a metaverse where anything is possible. This game is extremely deep. Many games are focused on building their own economies, but Star Atlas goes even further by introducing a political token as well. There's seemingly no limit to the ways you can utilize your time and skill to turn a profit in this game. Blockchain technology is going to allow this to function in ways we've never seen before. The full game is still a long ways off, but it's already turning heads with a massive following, and the top ships in the game are selling for tens of thousands of dollars. There will be some browser-based light games coming in the very near future to keep us occupied. This is definitely a project you want to keep your eye on as it develops. Topping the list at number 1 is Illuvium. Illuvium is a freemium game that features gameplay similar to that of Pokemon. Players venture out into the world to capture powerful creatures, known as Illuvials, that have been mutated by radiation. These Illuvials can then be taken into battle and fight in tournaments against other players. The fights are auto battles, meaning you simply send your Illuvial out into battle, and then sit back and watch as your Illuvial dukes it out with your opponent. One of the most impressive aspects of Illuvium is the visuals. The graphics are absolutely stunning and look like they would fit right in as part of any traditional AAA game. There aren't any upcoming projects that are going to beat them in the graphics department. Players can start Illuvium for free and set out to capture Tier 0 Illuvials, but you will need to pay if you want access to the full world. The good news is that even Tier 0 Illuvials will be NFTs, so you can theoretically capture and level those off, sell them off to another player, and gain funds to help you access the rest of the game. Early testing access to the game was originally planned for late this year, but it appears it has been delayed into 2022. Alright, that concludes our list of upcoming NFT games. I hope you are as excited about some of these projects as I am, and I hope to see you checking some of them out on future live streams right here on YouTube, as well as over on Twitch. It's a super exciting time to be a part of this industry and watch it explode, and I hope you all are going to join me along for the ride.